Deadlock. Now, if you guys don't know what Deadlock is a new hero shooter game that is still in the alpha testing stage and will probably come out sometime the next year, 2025. Yeah, the same year GTA 6 is coming out, hopefully. Now, I know what you guys will be thinking about. Another one of those hero shooters in 2025. Really? I mean, just stop. And you're right, there have been too many of them throughout the years, and majority of them have failed or fizzled out in a couple of months. So yeah, I know it looks tough, but this might just be special. I got to play the alpha version of the game. Yeah, God bless that one random Twitter guy that invited me for it. Oh, that reminds me, I'm doing a giveaway, so if you haven't already gotten the Deadlock invite, just comment down your friend's team code and I'll choose 5 of you and send you the invite to the game. Now, as I was saying, I got to play the alpha version of the game, and there are two reasons that make me say that this game might be different from the rest of them. First of all, the gameplay side of the things. It is a hero shooter, but not really. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the concept of MOBA. Well, MOBAs are basically just strategy games. You know, the games in which you gotta destroy the enemy tower one by one and then reach their home base and destroy it. Yeah, those are basically MOBAs. League of Legends is a MOBA, Smite is a MOBA, Dota 2. Yeah, so Deadlock is basically a combination of MOBA and a hero shooter. For those who weren't paying attention, it's just the combination of Dota and Counter Strike. I guess that you can say that, maybe. Anyways, I'll dive deep down into the gameplay just after I tell you my second reason for this game to be different, which is its creator, Daddy Valve. Now, if you have no idea who Valve is, you're probably living under a rock, so hear me out. So, Valve is this multi billionaire company which have made some legendary games such as Counter Strike, Team Fortress 2, Portal, and Dota 2. Oh my God. So you know they barely miss. They have some kind of magic. They somehow just make it work. I can't explain it, but yeah, that's Valve. Although I would like to add that the current situations of their game is not so good. You know, there was and there still is a big hacking problem in Counter Strike 2. Not to mention the sub tick. You know, it's bad, and TF2. Oh boy, poor TF2. And Dota 2. You know, I mean, it's always bad. Okay, okay. Enough making fun of Dota 2. Okay, now let's jump into the gameplay aspects of the game. So you launch a game, you choose a character of your choice, probably a girl that looks hot. Yeah, that's just how I choose my characters. Then you queue into a game, you load into a map. So there's, it's a MOBA, so it's a huge map which contains 4 lanes, and there's a zip line, so it's kind of convenient in actually traveling throughout the map. Now, both the teams have these minions called groupers that you use to fight each other. Now, if you have already played MOBA, you guys already know what minions are. These are just a distraction so you can kill the mini boss or the tower depending on what game you're playing. In this game, there are 3 types of bosses or towers, guardian, walkers, and base. So you have to defeat them one by one in order to reach the base and finally defeat the boss at the base so you win the match. That's how it basically works. Then you have these items which you have to purchase from the store. You can purchase it in the base, or there are stores throughout the map where you can purchase there. And these are actually really important. That's how you build a character. That's how you actually get damage in this game. And heads off, punching people in this game is kind of cracked, so remember to always punch them. And the hero shooter side of the things, you obviously have different kind of characters which have different abilities. Everyone has a melee, some of them have a strong melee, some of them have a base weapon that is really strong, and then you obviously have some characters that are more tanky, some characters that are more squishy, and stuff like that. Every hero shooter has. My favorite one was this bebop guy that I use. You can actually turn your enemies into a time bomb and then punch them back to their team so that deals more damage to them. That's kind of funny. Now that you have the basic idea of what Deadlock is and how the gameplay works, let's move on to the big question now. Will it work? Well, there are a lot of factors that determine if the game will work or not. I'm gonna talk about two of them, which I think are the big ones. Number one, how much Valve is dedicated to the game and is willing to make it work. Now, you guys must be thinking, what kind of idiot is this guy pointing out such a lame reason? Well, let me tell you, Valve is kind of a lazy company, yeah. Although they do make it work, they take a lot of time. Yeah, they generally don't follow any kind of roadmap or have like a update schedule. They just wing it. In every game they do. Like they have only added a couple of maps in Counter Strike 2, and it's been out for a long while now. And TF2, don't get me started on that. Also, I believe MOBAs and hero shooter, both of these genres, require these constant updates. You gotta keep balancing items, you gotta keep balancing characters, and you gotta keep adding those characters to keep the game active. Also, if you guys are noticing the lag in the gameplay behind, it's not the game, it's my laptop. So yeah, sorry about that. So as I was saying, it's been 1,000 days since a Counter-Strike operation has come down. 1,000 days are like 3 whole years. I see Counter-Strike fans every single Wednesday hoping that this time they're finally gonna get the operation, but So for Valve, this is kind of a big factor for determining will the game work or not. Also, they have like 60 employees because they have a lot of trust issues or something like that. I don't completely know that, but whatever. Let's move on to the second reason, which is the community. Now, I'm a big Counter-Strike fan, alright? I've been playing Counter-Strike my whole life, and I gotta point out one thing. Valve isn't the major factor that Counter-Strike is this big and this successful. It's the community around it. Like, the most fun I have in Counter-Strike is just, playing random ass maps that the community creates on its own. I was literally playing Minecraft Hunger Games in Counter-Strike last week. Can you believe that? Now, if Deadlock somehow is that community friendly, there is no way that it won't work out. Yeah, if they somehow pull off that, imagine the community making custom characters, custom game modes, and custom maps. That would be crazy, and let me tell you, the game will take off. Like, take off. I'm not too big on MOBA. The only MOBA that I have basically played is Smite, which was good, I guess. I kind of like that. So I'm not really into this building up items, leveling up your characters to do more damage. Like in the early game, you shoot your opponent for years and do basically none damage, and at the end game, you just one shot everyone, every single one of them. Yeah. Also, the game was really long. It took like 41 minutes for me to complete the game because it was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So I'm really interested in what kind of game modes are they planning to release. Maybe a 3v3 on a small map would be really great. Or something like a deathmatch. Yeah, that would be terrific. Yeah, because the only game mode that is currently available, yeah, it takes a lot of time. Also, I realized in this game you're always in engagement. Unlike other MOBAs, every single character has a long range damage ability somehow. They're basics mainly because they have a gun, so you will always be in engagement, which is kind of unlike MOBA. So there won't be a lot of dull moments. I know you still get bored playing a 50-minute long game, but I personally think it's like a really interesting combination. This is something both the MOBA community and the hero shooter community will get attracted to. And yeah, now MOBA players finally have to learn how to aim. And for the FPS players, just shooting your opponent in this game won't do a lot most of the times. Unless you're in the end game and you can just 5-shot your opponent, yeah, the gunplay in the early games won't be of much help. Anyways, I'm pretty positive about this game. I believe Valve might actually pull this one off because, even in the alpha, the game actually feels kind of nice. I asked one of my friends that into MOBA and even he liked the game, so MOBA community might actually be happy with this one, or maybe my friend is just fucking stupid. Well, I'm still playing the game and I'm really early to it, so you never know, my opinions might change. If they do, I'll make an update video on it. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Don't forget to participate in the giveaway if you already haven't got the Deadlock invite. And also tell me what you guys think will be the factors that will determine if this game is gonna work or not. That would be cool. Anyways, this is the first time I'm doing this kind of video, so thank you for watching if anyone's still here. Okay, I don't know how to end the video. Bye, I guess.